Friends and family are remembering an ESPN reporter who died on his birthday. Edward Aschoff had close ties to Atlanta. He died yesterday on his 34th birthday after what the network is describing as a brief illness. He was based in Atlanta, reporting college sports for 2 years before moving on to ESPN in Los Angeles. According to ESPN, Aschoff was an inaugural Atlanta United season ticket holder and was there for the 2018 MLS Cup final to see that team win the title.